So, gonna do a video today. 84 Oldsmobile I own. I'm sitting in the car, so let's go check it over. Most people anymore do not realize General Motors ever made a diesel-powered car such as this. The few of us old enough to remember probably have heard all the horror stories that they were junk and no good. Some of it's true, but it could be altered. The Oldsmobile you were looking at here did fail at one point in its history. That is actually how I learned about the car. The original owner had a head gasket problem. And the original owner initially took the car to an unreputable garage, tore the car apart, threw all the parts not labeled or anything in the trunk, and after about 2 months of the car being there, the owner called them and they said they quit on it. They weren't interested in working on it. Word was passed around. I also, besides this, I owned for quite a while an 83 Buick with the diesel engine, and word got back to him that I owned a diesel-powered General Motors car, and he begged and pleaded with me to fix it. I really was not enthused after someone else messing with it and having a mess, but heard how nice it was, and I gave in and decided to rip into it. The car arrived one day at the garage, as he described, trunk full of parts all thrown in boxes, nothing, well, some in boxes, some just laying loose. And thank goodness for shop manuals and that Buick. We put it back together. What the problem was, the car overheated and it had cracked the head bolt. And the remains of the head bolt, this is where I'm thinking that garage may be sort of freaked out at the situation. It was in the stud, but there was about an inch sticking up, and I no more than grabbed it with a pair of vice grips. I figured I was going to have to drill and everything else, and it turned out effortlessly. I think sort of that was the deal with the improper head bolts on the diesel engine, which was part of their weak spot. I think it just vibrated loose, and that's what made the bolt head snap off. But anyhow, a set of ARP head bolts. So the owner didn't like that, the price of them, but like I told him, they're good head bolts that won't give you a problem, and on top of it, the factory ones were no longer available. After fixing it, I liked the car so much, I asked the owner if he ever sold it, that I wanted a chance to get it, and he's like, I'm not interested, I bought the car new, I don't want to sell it. Around 2 years later, he passed away, and his wife, I saw her about a month later. She still did not want to sell it until about a year later. She went to church with it, backed into a tree, I believe. It just put a little dent in the trunk, and she's like, he never wanted me to have this car, never let me drive it when he was alive. If you want to buy it, we'll sell it to you. So more or less the rest is history. Here it is. It's not planning on going anywhere shortly. I figured this was nice to show a little bit of the world, the history of something that a lot of the young generation never even realized existed. And also, it is unusual in the fact it is a two-door car. Alrighty, a little shot of the interior. I do love these seats. Had Chevy Caprices and that grow over the years with similar upholstery, and I always found they were so comfortable. And here's our instrument panel. Headlight switch down here, and nice as tilt wheel. There's for your tilt, and dimmer switch built in the column. Heater control and radio. And the rear seat. Hard to get into, although typical two-door car, that's pretty much standard equipment. And let's just start it up. Now turn the key to the on position. There's the glow plug light waiting for us as soon as that goes off. And watch this. Don't have to pump or anything, just start the car up. And we'll go look out under the hood. Alrighty, there it is, and running. They're not the most quiet. I know I love driving it when you pull into some place, somebody looks like a big truck and they see this car and their mouth drops open about to their feet. And there's the sound out the tailpipe of it. I mean, it does run nice and smooth. And if they're running right, I mean, you can see this light color car, it's not all covered up with black and soot and filth there. They don't do that if they're functioning properly. Alrighty, go take a little spin in it. I say out on the road, you don't even hear the diesel. It quiets up. That and on the diesel-powered vehicles, I do believe General Motors they thought of that, used extra padding and insulation. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And be sure to be looking for more videos.